March 19th, 2013. And that means, because it's Monday, it's my weekly rant and praise day. I don't know, I think I ranted the rant right out of me. No one's joking. Honestly, I really got out how I felt last week. For goodness sakes, when I used to get my period, I used to not have like any pain, and I would never know it was coming. It would just happen. I'd start bleeding and I'd be like, holy shit, uh-oh, it's time. But now, freaking pre-period, premenstrual syndrome, PMS, decides, well, I'm just gonna nudge you in the head or the back real hard, and it hurts. And in your mouth, where your teeth are, everywhere I can make you inflamed, I'm gonna make you feel inflamed. So next thing you know, everywhere is like, somewhere it's throbbing, my brain, my mouth, my back, my legs. And I'm like, what is she doing? This PMS is a bitch. And so next thing you know, I'm like, yeah, she's coming. And then like, for guys or anyone who thinks this is TMI, you might want to click off for now. Or fast forward a little bit. Anyway, so then, just a tiny little blood the day or two before starts. Just a tiny little bit is there when you wipe, and you're like, what is the point? Are you trying to tell me, I'm coming for you? Like, what the heck? I just want to start, and I don't want to feel it like I used to. God, when I eat clean, though, honestly, like, no bread and, like, barely any meat and shit, I don't feel it coming. And it's nice. You're like, ooh. Except when you're on vacation, that would frickin' suck. Seems like every time I go on a vacation, too, I start. Every Rob Ross vacation I've went on, either near the beginning, I'm just finishing, or near the end, or whatever, not the whole time. Luckily, gosh dang it. It's annoying because, like, they go swimming and they do fun things, and it's like, oh, yeah, I don't want to go swimming. It's like, frig, if I go swimming, it's gonna be Shark Week in there. Anyway, thanks. Thanks, Mother Nature. Aunt Flo. Stupid bitch. Yeah. Anyways, husbands who are uninterested in your journey, per se. My husband has no desire to be in videos. He has no desire to eat well with me. He has no desire to lose weight with me. He has no desire to cut down all the junk food he brings into the house so that I will bring in less. That's actually my responsibility to bring in less. I can't put that on him, but, you know, it frustrates me. It really does to not have, you know, I have his support, sort of, where he's like, you can do this. Yeah, okay, I can do this, but yet you're going to McDonald's and eating whatever, and you say you can do this. Well, I just want a partner, because, like, I'll tell you this, it would be even easier if there was somebody, like one of my friends, say they came to visit me or something, that eats raw, or eats healthy, or vegan, or organic, or some sort of way. It's always easier to do it with someone else, because, like, then I have someone to do stuff for, like prepare things for. So if I'm preparing something for them, then I'll probably just end up eating it. Or if they're preparing something and they make something for me, then I'm definitely going to eat it. So it's like, you know, or we're going to go around to like the market on Saturdays, and, you know, we're just going to end up eating the same way. And it's easier then. Like, it just, I don't know why it's like that. It really freaking annoys me. And I try to eat well. So it blows. It really does when I just, you know, and then the cravings come in and the food is in the house and you're like, oh, that sucks. Ugh. And then it's even worse, you know, sometimes for me when the craving comes and it's not in the house what I'm craving. Then I'm like, let's go. I want to go get something to eat. Anyways, I just like freak out and I'm like, I need to go get it. Sometimes, not all the time. Sometimes there's willpower. But, you know, I don't know. Last week I did pretty good. I lost 5 pounds. This week I'm gonna gain 10 because I feel like there is a great big ball of blood in my stomach right now. Thanks, PMS. I am bloating like there's no tomorrow. It's on fire in there. Big ball of blood that's on fire. Ugh. Yeah, and I just woke up, so it doesn't help. I'm just like, ugh. Oh, rant. People who ask you to make their decisions for them. For crying out loud. Just make a damn decision. You know that if I make your decision for you, you're gonna resent me for it. And then not tell me or tell me later. Like, honestly, if I ask you if you want to be in my group still, or if I ask you if you want a certain movie or you want something else, blah, 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 because I'm just trying to accommodate to you, and do I want to see the person not have a decision? No. No, I don't. I'm not I'm a leader by nature, but I'm not naturally an extremely controlling person. So, to put that onus on me and try and make me in control, sure, I am the leader of my group on Facebook, the Quest Away Less, but if I target you and I say, I notice you've been busy, you haven't been commenting, you haven't been posting anything, and you haven't been giving anybody your support. Is there something going on? Are you too busy? Do you think that maybe the Quest Away Less group isn't for you at this time? It's like the first thing they jump to is, oh, well, it sounds like she wants to get rid of me anyway, so she better. I do if you don't want to be involved. However, if you can say, and you can be honest enough with me and yourself to say, I know a lot of people don't like saying no, but you gotta learn. You gotta learn to say no. You gotta learn to set your boundaries. It annoys me to no end when a person cannot set their boundary and then they get mad at you later because you took them out of your group or you... whatever. If you don't have the time or the effort to put into yourself and others after reading the about section and then you interpret it in some other way that I didn't even mean for you to interpret it, then there's an issue. So you ask questions. Oh, do I really need to, encourage everybody? It would be advisable. Otherwise, you're leaving someone out. And I guarantee you that if I'm noticing it, they're noticing it. So why do you think when you post on the wall, some people don't like your posts or they don't support you? I'm going to give you a hint. That's because they've noticed that when they post something, for the most part, you're not liking anything, you're not giving them any encouragement or advice, and I know we're not psychologists. I'm talking weird, wow. And I know we're not psychologists, but if you see someone on there that's like, oh my god, I just ate so much food, I feel like shit. Say, just because you don't know that person, there's a reason. Because you're not taking the time to get to know them. You haven't read their posts. You're not watching their videos. Get to know these people. That's the point of a community. What community do you know that you walk into? I'm talking real life community. That you go into and not a single person divulges their name. Not a single person talks. Not a single person looks at one another. There's no body language. There's nothing. So all of a sudden you know absolutely dick all when you decide to look around the room. Everyone is frozen. Pretty much. What kind of community have you been to that's like that? I don't know. I know that there's always an icebreaker in anything I've been to that's community-like. We state our names, we all stand up, and we say, hi, I'm Lisa. I'm from Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada. I am 27 years old. I'm 5'2". I'm 190 pounds. I mean, it's usually not that in depth. But you can basically say who you are, where you're from, and that's how it starts. And then they start an icebreaker game, like asking questions, like my question game. Like, a lot of people won't answer. It's like, I don't get it. What are you afraid of? I've been there. I've thought, oh my god, everybody's going to hate me. Everybody's going to judge me. Someone's going to use that against me. It was your past. How can someone use your past against you? Honestly, what are we afraid of? We're all loving underneath all the anger, all the resent, all the need to control. We can only be controlled if we submiss. And even if we submiss, we're still choosing to submiss. There's always a will. Where there's always a will, there's always a way. You don't need to succumb to the control, or what you call control, of others. To sit there and tell me it's my decision to kick you out of my group. You're right. Yes, I am the boss. But I was trying to not have to play admin. I was trying to be a friend more than a boss. And it's really hard when people are not wanting to say no. No, I cannot be in this group at this time, or I'm just really busy right now. Maybe in a week I won't be so busy, a couple weeks, da-da-da-da-da. But honestly, those people have said that before, when I've asked them another time, oh, I'm just busy right now. I won't be busy later. You're busy, and I know what your priorities are. I see them, you see them, but you choose not to acknowledge that you don't have time for something. Know your boundaries, people. My goodness, it's not that hard to know what you need. Find it. Find within yourself what you need. I really admire one of the people in the group that said they're pretty sure they don't have time, but they're going to reflect, and they're going to find out what works for them and what they need, and see how it goes. They asked me to give them a couple weeks. See, that is cool. That is fine. If you need to figure out if you have the time, I understand that. I completely understand that, because sometimes we don't always know what we want. That's cool. But if I ask you if you're too busy, and then your answer to me is, well, I've got this, I've got that, I've got to do this, and I've got to do that, and then I've got to go here and got to do this, and got to do that, and da-da-da-da-da, but you still don't say yes or no, then you're not acknowledging that you're spreading yourself thin and that you need to move on from something. And I know what your priorities are because you've told me, so I'm not going to take away from your priorities. That's not what my group is about. My group is about quality, support, encouragement, and it's all mutual. Everybody that's in there right now, sure, there's only like 9 or 10 of us. Maybe there's 2 that aren't really participating. There's 5. Okay, let me put it this way. There's 10 of us in the group. 2 that are not participating really at all. 1 that tries to like all the stuff. 2 that likes everybody's stuff and they sometimes update. And then the rest of us update and we support one another. So what I'd like for the community in that group, my intention is that I would like everyone to be participating in some way. Let me describe what I mean by that. So, and this isn't me being controlling, and that's why I'm asking people to leave if they don't think they can make the commitment. Because if someone wants to make that commitment, then it's not control. It's not somebody saying I'm controlling them to do it that way. I'm still friends with the people I've taken out of the group for the most part. So we can still support one another. And that's what happens. They end up supporting me, I support them, but they're not really supporting anybody else in the group. And it's like, those people need your support too. Anyway, so this is my intention for the group. I would like everyone to at least acknowledge one another. If somebody makes a post, click like. Read it and click like. It would be nice if, sure you can't be on every day, but it's just like YouTube. If you're following someone on YouTube and you can't watch their videos one day, chances are you're going to go on there and watch them and get caught up on them, correct? So it's kind of the same idea, except they're posts, they're written posts. Sometimes they're a little longer. Sometimes someone's having a really hard day and they feel like getting it out. Sometimes someone's having a really good day and they feel like getting it out, So I don't know, it just comes down to respect and love. And that was the whole premise, that when I was explaining it to people, that it was based around respect and love. And then all of a sudden, I'm known as this person who's not respecting and loving anyone, because I'm trying to say, I want people to go back and look at the last few posts and like them and give a few words of encouragement. We're not psychologists. We may not know these people very well. But if you don't start somewhere with a like click and start reading their stuff and get to know them, how will you ever know them? Okay, so starts out like that. Lend a little bit of advice. Then connect more, up, and once you're ready, start posting updates of your own. I'm accepting of everybody, so if those people wanted to come back when they had more time, that would be cool. I'm a believer in quality over quantity. And the thing is, I'm not just going to have 35, 40 people in there like I did at one time that don't have time for one another. And I'm not saying that we need to be on the computer all the time or at home all the time or whatever. But the people that are on there right now that are really making an effort, there's about 5 of us or so. It's amazing. Like, we like each other's posts, we watch each other's videos, we go and comment on each other's videos. Since we're already going to be working on the computer anyway, it's very easy for us. Maybe some of you aren't working on the computer and don't have that time, and that's understandable. However, like I said before, Rob, he's not part of the Facebook group, and if he ever comes on Facebook, I want to see him on there, boy. Man, guy. I just, he really knows what the whole quality over quantity thing is, and he said it in his videos even, he's upset. I'm upset that we don't have a lot of people left on the YouTube quest, but, it's also really good when somebody knows that they need to make a video once a week and they kind of stick to that. I don't know, it's kind of dogma, a little, I'll admit that. However, at least we're getting a quality experience over quantity. It was just too much when there was too much quantity. I can handle quantity, mind you, if it's quality quantity. It's not there. So, yeah, if you're going to join the Quest Away Less video or the Facebook page, just know, it's quality over quantity. Don't be part of the quantity, be part of the quality. Please. You can always change your mind later. If you are part of the quantity, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing. See, I'm kind of segregating right there. But the thing is that some people are ready for something. Would you join a karate class if you had no interest in karate and you've already tried it before and you just still didn't? Would you stay and put yourself through that? I'm not saying you don't have interest in helping others and supporting others, but you just don't have the time or the mindset or whatever it may be, I don't know. Anyway, so that's my little rant right there. Other than that, I'm feeling pretty good. I want to say thank you to TJ, Diana, off of Facebook, for all your encouragement, all your love. My mother, my grandmother, and my aunt, Rob, Gray P455, Rob. I want to say thank you for getting the comments in when you can and doing what you can and making your videos. Your dedication is definitely amazing. You put a lot of hard work into everything you do, and that shows. It's really cool, I'm very, very honored to be on this quest with you. A great person to start it, who has that drive to keep quality over quantity, It's nice. It's nice to be able to point out that somebody is giving quality rather than just quantity. And, it's sad to say that eventually I'm going to keep weeding. I'm going to keep weeding because I'm feeling compelled to. I'm feeling like, when you're not ready for something in life, like say that promotion, or you're not ready for something else, starting your own business or doing something. You'll start up and then all of a sudden an obstacle will come and stand in your way, and then you have to choose, am I ready or am I going to take a different path? We've all been there. And sometimes you're ready and you jump over that obstacle. So compare that to someone being extremely busy. Are you ready to jump over the obstacle of being extremely busy to give your time and your effort to these people? Will they do the same for you? Because we're busy. Trisha is busy. She has 2 kids. And Andrea is busy. She has 1 kid. Well, 2, but 1 that she's taking care of right now. So who's to say that just because we make time for one another that we're not busy. You know, I find that illusory, kind of an illusion. And so, yes, we all do work on the computer. Me, Trisha, Andrea, Angie, we edit, we do different things, we blog. Well, I don't blog, they blog. Well, Trisha blogs, and I know that Angie blogs. Do you blog, Andrea? I don't know, maybe you do. I don't know, it just feels like, okay, and then you have the fact that you're just too busy, you really don't have time, you make excuses, and so you need to take a different path. But it's still your dream to help others, to lose weight, or to get that promotion, or whatever. But you're like, I'll come back to it later. I just don't think I'm ready right now. So you walk away in a different path. It's not hard. And I'm not saying that either way is wrong. You're going to walk the path you're walking to learn the lessons you need to learn, or to find a new dream, or a new goal, or a new whatever. It's just so simple, and people look at me like this big monster because I'm deleting them. Like, I've had people get angry at me when they've noticed they were deleted from the group, or deleted even from my Facebook. You know, if you don't have time for people, then don't just, I know Facebook there's a fine line between social networking and having authentic relationships. So, you know, I've been actually thinking of making a separate Facebook. I do have my old one. I might just reopen it, and I might have people that I don't know or that aren't looking for authentic friendships and relationships to go on over to that Facebook, because I don't know, it seems like people want you to have that drama in life and to say that you want them to be an authentic friend so that they can tell you that they just don't want to be, or that they don't, you know, they don't understand what you're talking about, or they get defensive, and then, you know, I'm really looking for quality over quantity in my life, and that is that, you know, like, I remember when I was younger, I had quality and quantity, and I know it's possible. It's just that I need to find a lot of people who are interested in helping others and themselves, and who have the time to do that for themselves and for others. You know, we can't control others. We can give them our encouragement, we can give them our love, we can give them our honesty, we can give them our respect. You know, and some people just don't want to hear, they want to hear the love, they want to hear this, they want to hear that. When it comes to the honesty, they don't give a shit. They would rather walk away than hear you say, that kind of sounds like an excuse. You know? And then that's that. They're no longer your friend, or they're no longer wanting to be in your group. When you don't have to ask somebody to do something and it just comes naturally, then you know you've got quality. Those people are on the same path you are. So it's beautiful when that happens. And I want to thank everybody who is on that path and who continues to support and to post. And if you're not posting but continues to support, it's beautiful. I also want to thank Lynette. We're constantly, you know, in contact when I'm not busy or when she's not busy, and we're always encouraging one another, and we're always honest with one another. And I want to thank my husband for being as encouraging as he can be, you know. And I'm not stereotyping anyone by saying this, but my husband, he tries to throw away the emotional side a lot, doesn't like dealing with his emotions. So a lot of the time he comes off as cold and distant, and I have always been the type of person who needs affection, and that could be because of a lower self-esteem and such. However, you know, sometimes that gets us into an argument, and that kind of, it's sad. However, we deal with it, and we work with it, and I grow, and I grow. More and more, I expect less and less from him. So it's great. It really is. It means I'm putting less pressure on him. He puts less pressure on me. I want to thank my Aunt Jeanette and anybody who gave me advice for the last Rant and Praise video. Y'all know I'm stubborn. I'm not one to usually take advice because I'm not one to be controlled. or to allow myself to be controlled. The thing is that I play the victim all too often, so if I go and take someone else's advice instead of learning for myself, chances are, if I have a regret about taking their advice, I'm going to take it out on that person and be like, well, you told me to do this. That was before. Now, if I were to take someone's advice, I'd know, well, I chose the path. I chose which side of the fork to go down, and they were just a voice of reason for me. You know, they kind of helped me see what I was already thinking anyway, so to speak. I want to thank Nathan, Australian Pander, for his support in the last week or so. I want to thank T for her support. You're awesome, and I know you're going through a little bit of stuff, something similar to my journey, and I hear you, girl. I'm there for you. I love you. I miss you. I want to thank Kate Eleanor on YouTube. I want to thank Catherine, Lara, Angie, Andrea, Lee. You are awesome. My goodness. Your videos are great. They're very inspirational. Wow, like you're one determined guy, I tell you. And yeah, I am subscribed to you. It shows there's a check mark. The reason why you don't see it is because I have my subscriptions private. I choose that because, you know, some people don't necessarily have channels, and some people just don't want a bunch of people adding their subscribing if they don't have videos, and you know, so I hide my subscriptions for that reason. I want to thank Wendy, Miss Lonely Star, and I want to thank Christina's weight loss. I want to thank Janelle, Motion Beat 58, for participating in the question of the week and for actually showing appreciation for it and just being all out supportive. I want to thank Felicia N. Nurse, Rocky Berrigan is her channel. I'm going to put these channels of the people that I really appreciate for supporting me in the description below. And I want to say thank you, everybody. You're all so awesome. If I forgot somebody and you've been supporting me, The Bentley Show 1, you're awesome. Thank you so much. Just know that everything, every comment, every message, every anything that is sent to me is appreciated. And I love you guys. And so that's all for today, folks. I've done my rant, done my praise, and I'm just really, really happy. I'm really grateful. And thank you so much for watching. Namaste.
So deep, can't you see? See the light in the distance. Open up your eyes, look to the sky. Just let your heart speak. Don't waste another heartbeat, 'cause we'll never know till we let it